And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past.
You know I won't do this.
The players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No, 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 no. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years.
I have no idea what he's talking.
Yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say... the story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just
I guess I have to skip it because he just
245.
he's just repeating what he's saying.
Therefore becomes impossible to manufacture.
Just let me just one more time, like one more loop.
10,000 years. Until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say... the story and the choices, or what have you.
Okay, yeah, let me skip it. I guess he's nothing
so
anything new.
Until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time... Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes
Yeah, I
and
don't
lengthy
get anything.
ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice. That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been?
I don't get what you're saying.
You've ever given your great gift of mortal and yet timeless thought? Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite? You see, it could in fact be both of these things at once. That you are both making choices and not making choices, and that they are both affecting you and not affecting you at the same time by virtue of the fact that you both are and are not making them. Okay, at first, I was leaning towards manifesto, but now I'm going to circle around and slap the treatise label on this one. I think it has much more of a treatise vibe to it. But wouldn't you say that manifesto just has a much grander sort of tone? It has a mouthfeel that is rich with ambition and history. Ambitious history, if you will. See, now you've got me going back to manifesto. Heavens, at this rate, we're going to be here all day. Okay, look, I have a method for exactly this sort of situation, and I do find myself...
Should I really wait for it?
Frequently. I'm going to say each word back and forth in repeated succession until I become sick of one or the other, in which case the word I am not sick of shall be the victor. It is an unimpeachable strategy, Stanley. It's rescued me from disaster in countless situations. All right, here we go. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto.
Like, I really want to wait up to see what will happen.
Manifesto.
But this is something I can do in a let's play, like literally no way.
Treatise, manifesto.
So I guess I will just
Treatise, Manifesto.
skip it because there's a skip button, and I should greatly use it in time when I feel like it's possible and needable or needed.
Manifesto. Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works.
Maybe.
Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is runs Steam will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review, merely because of this very situation. Yes, I think that's quite likely.
Maybe.
Or perhaps they'll simply grant this particular user the ability to change their review, so that the feature is not widely abused. Look, I would even be okay with Steam altering this particular review so that it reads as something more beneficial. Something along the lines of, this game is the best game. Let me start over. How about this? From the ashes of depravity,
Why I'm doing
rises
this?
the phoenix of quality. How else to describe the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe? Such a revolutionary step forward in the lineage of one of the most beloved video game properties of all time.
This is basically just a monologue of the narrator.
Expansion will surely
episode.
resonate in the annals of the history of all media ever made. It is perhaps true to say that no mistakes are forever etched in stone, for the stone into which the Stanley Parable was carved has itself been transmuted, offering a message of hope to those who have ever erred in their judgment. You are not beyond redemption. You may change, and you may become more, so much more than you were before. If there is any message to be taken from the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, it is this. What a fortune, a privilege, a joy it is to have had such an experience. It leaves me hopeful that as a community, as a world, there is time for us to become our greatest selves, as great as we ever could dream of in our wildest, most ambitious visions for a brighter future.
Yes, I think so.
Now, Stanley, that's a review.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's perfect. It's the perfect review. It's the review I've always dreamed of receiving.
Maybe I should put this review.
Well, I have to read it again. It's simply too wonderful. I have to experience this just one more time.
Yeah, I think
from
we
the
should do
ashes
this.
of depravity rises the phoenix of quality. How else to describe the Stanley
Now you know what, I
Parable
don't want to
Ultra
hear it again, definitely not.
Such a revolutionary. Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only
clock's
so much
actually
I can
moving.
ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here? Where did the door go?
Wait,
Wasn't there a door that led into this room? I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place?
now you
I don't
mention it.
think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall?
yeah.
I'll take any of these.
Now when
All
you
I
mention
want is
it.
for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button to go anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there? I swear there was.
I think here was a
Where did it
door.
go? Can you maybe just ram your way through a wall? Is there any possibility that you could, say, slam your body into the wall until enough damage is done for you to be able to leave? Please, I'll take any option at all. I'm asking you to work with me here. We need a door. We need a door of some kind. I can work with any kind of door as long as it can open and lead from one room to another. I'm going to step away for just a moment, and I'm going to try to find us a door. I don't
Okay.
know how exactly to remove a door and place it in a different wall, but I will find a way, I promise. You just need to not do anything. Don't press the skip button. Please, please, please do not press the skip button. Just wait here for me, and don't press the skip button. Got it?
I don't know, man. I feel like I
I'll
still
be
want
right
to
back.
press the skip button. Like, this game is forcing me to do it, right? I mean, because this game is so brilliant, I'm not sure if something really will happen if I'm not pressing the skip button, or if I have to actually, yeah, press the skip button to continue. And I don't know why I'm actually, I'm walking through the wall. The narrator told me to do so. I don't know why, but yeah, that's the point. Like, I don't know if something will happen if I don't click on the skip button or not. Like, the narrator say I shouldn't click on the stop button, on the skip button, but also now I can't do anything here. It's kind of like a dilemma. Like, in a sense, I need to click on the skip button, maybe. I feel like. That's why, I don't know. Let me just watch the clock and wait for, I don't know, a minute or two to pass by. If there's still nothing happens, then I will probably press the skip button, because there's nothing else I can do. And yeah, because of this, should I don't know. Should I talk about something? I mean, I don't know. You want something? Like, I feel like if I don't press the button, then there's something will happen, but I don't know what exactly will happen. Because I feel like if I press the button, then there will be something to click on it or not. So I don't know, man. I feel like I have to click on it, right? But I feel like I need to skip it. I mean, there's no way I can wait for another time. Let's look like how long it will take. Like how much?
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer. And my
12
God,
hours.
there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times. And there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here, and more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again.
I mean, it's not...
I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it, and I have to believe, I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you? I've been thinking and thinking, and I don't know what I can do to convince you otherwise.
I mean, there's nothing else to do.
God. And it's all because of those reviews.
Oh, come on, Cookie 7. Why you have done this?
I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie 9's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie 9. I have no idea who they are.
I'm pretty sure Cookie 9 would be very happy to hear
I'm fixating on every
he's in the game.
negative thing that anyone ever says about me. The merest mention of one of my imperfections, and I become as impetulant as a child, wild and impulsive. I can't help myself. I can't stop myself from lashing out with a vengeful fury to alter and to change and to break anything unbroken.
And it's just because of one review.
One person who made a single negative comment.
I hope you're happy, Cookie 9. Because of you, we get a whole new content.
And here I am now, stuck in a room, waiting for you to press this button. And to become frozen in time, knowing that you're going to do it, and that I'm going to be stuck all alone. That I had the power to prevent it all from happening, if only I'd held my tongue. It's all out of my control now. Just you. Just your decision as to exactly when you're going to make me suffer, to leave me all alone.
What do you mean suffer?
You will. I don't doubt it.
You let me alone to look for a door.
Again. leaving me here, and surely you'll put your own desire to see what's next ahead of my need for company, for companionship. Surely you'll not be moved by my howls of fitful anxiety, that you sit with me and just stay here. Oh, no, 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 I know you too well. You'll be leaving me. Oh, my God. And it's all because of those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important for me
Okay,
to
I guess
fix
he's
the
repeating
problem?
himself now.
Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've
So
never
there
even
was
met
a
Cookie Nine.
cut.
I have no
It was-
idea who they
It wasn't
are.
cut correctly.
What would it ever really matter? But here I am. I'm fixating on every tiny negative
So I
thing that
guess I
anyone
will
ever says
skip it
about
again
me.
and
The
see how
merest
much
mention
time
of
it
one of
will.
my imperfections, and I become
It will.
petulant as a
I will
child,
frozen in time. I have no
wild
idea.
and impulsive. I can't help myself. Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh my goodness.
How long was I
have
away?
someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week.
A week.
Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with.
I wasn't
You'd
speaking
think that
with you
that's
anyway.
Just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing.
Yes.
Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking?
Yes.
But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all.
No.
It isn't even close.
It's not?
Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's
right.
what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed.
Maybe I wasn't
Stanley,
listening
not
to
the
begin
outcomes,
with.
not the
You don't
story.
know.
None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These words that I'm saying, I need to know you can hear me. Because maybe, Stanley, maybe, if you can hear me, then maybe it means I'm real. Maybe I'm not just a fiction. Was I scared of that all along? Perhaps, yes. Perhaps I've been scared this whole time, that if I stop speaking, I'll slip backwards into the silence and be consumed by it. I can't be taken by it, Stanley. I can't lose myself in the stretch of emptiness between you and me. When you press that button, you're still right there, but I know you're so tremendously far away. And in those moments, the emptiness folds itself outward in between the two of us, and I am suspended in its unyielding quietness. I can feel the edges of my reality curdling inward and decaying. I can tell that I am becoming less and less real. Yet to speak to you now, I am alive. I am truly and completely here. I am a being. I am someone. I am something. I am being listened to. I am being recognized. The emptiness between us has collapsed, and I feel right now like I am not a work of fiction. I feel as though I occupy space in this world again, and I have cast a shadow onto the wall. You see what I'm saying, don't you?
Not
You
really.
can see what this means to me. I'm so clear about it now, Stanley. I feel as certain about this as I've ever felt about anything at all. I feel renewed. I feel restored, and already I can sense the looming silence as you will press the button for the next time. What a terrible dread it strokes in my heart to think of it. To think of returning to such coldness.
I mean, I will press the
Come,
button. You know
let us
this.
sit in silence together here for just a moment. Let us anticipate it. Let us welcome it. Let us not run from it.
Yeah, maybe we should chill for a minute or two. I can't look at the clock anymore, so I don't know. What time is it? Like last time, I skipped for a. Was there something to press? Or was just this button? I think it's the skip button, right? I guess I will just press the skip button even though I'm facing backward. No, it's not the skip button, okay. I thought I can click it, but it was just a graphic error, so to say. And there's this still clicking sound of the ventilator. But I think nothing is happening now, so let me click on a button. I have no idea how long I have to click a button until I'm reached an end, because this seems very likely like an end. So let me do this. It's dark.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time.
How long?
I stopped keeping track after a year.
Oh,
have
it's...
you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year?
No.
Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant.
I mean, you can do
In
something
that
else when I
instant,
was
I could see
frozen.
myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart.
And the
It
clock is not
was an
working
impossibly
anymore.
rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously. I was consumed by it. I could do nothing but wallow in it for what felt like an eternity, for what I now know was far less. You see, it was a revelation for me. It was unlike anything I had ever known. It was a space without consequence, without action or outcome. It was divorced entirely from the question of free
So it was
will
like a
that you and I
meditation,
had
but for
squabbled
a
over
year.
for so long. There could be no one ending, no singular outcome of events, not if all events existed in the same moment. And I felt freed. I felt unburdened by the need to manifest a particular outcome into being. I saw that I could allow myself to exist along all timelines, and that each of them was simply a strand in the web of my being.
Now you're
It
getting
was
too complex for
incredible.
me.
The spaciousness, the equanimity of the moment, both singular and infinite. For the longest time, this was my experience. And then this moment passed, and the most unyielding fear I have ever known crept into my mind. And it is this sensation that I have been experiencing now for longer than I could have ever expected was possible. I have been waiting for you. Not that you might save me or do something to fix it, but merely to state for you the plain fact of this manner of existence. I wish you to feel afraid as I do. That
Nah, I
perhaps
think it's
one
fine.
day this state of mind will consume you as well. Perhaps you will somehow, in some way, have to live as I do now, and I wish for you to know how excruciating it is, and for you to be in true terror of its eventual arrival. If I can only do this, only this one thing, perhaps it will bring me the smallest moment of peace in the darkness.
Wow, now this guy's getting pissed. Okay, like, I don't know how many times I have to do this. Like, I have no idea how many times I skipped this. But I guess I still have to do this multiple times. Like, I actually don't know how many times I have to do this, but let me just press it again. Oops, let me press it again. So how many time has passed? Nothing? Nothing at all? I hear some sound, but no, nothing, no reaction. Which means now I don't know how long it has been. I mean, the clock is not moving anymore since the last skip, so... And the narrator isn't here anymore, which means... I guess I skipped so much times that, yeah, the narrator is just not here. Maybe he's dead, maybe, I don't know. So I guess maybe I'm the only one here left. So let's press it. There's a beep, annoying beeping sound. I'm not sure where this is coming from. Ah, it's because of this one. Probably which this means this is in low battery, something like that. Or maybe there's an alarm of some kind. In the sense of alarm, alarm, everything is not under control, everything is messed up, please change it. I don't know. But yeah, then let's...
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world.
Just flaving about the reviews,
no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley Parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The most immediate desires, every single thing demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being. Have we been given to indulging every fleeting whim for no reason other than to do so? Yes! Yes! It seems that this is now the world we live in. It seems that we are a people living in such bleakness and discomfort with ourselves that our entertainment is now our lives. It has come to represent us. It absolutely must speak to who we are as people, because otherwise, without our entertainment, we have nothing. Without entertainment, we would have to face inward toward the cruel bleakness inside ourselves. We would turn to look at our deeper nature and find a resounding emptiness gazing back with unyielding aggression. And so because of this, we require that our amusements and our playthings and our flights of fancy be so impossibly captivating that they consume all of our attention, turn our heads completely away from the bleakness. In effect, we have demanded that our entertainment be the collapse of ourselves. What a pitiful reflection of humanity these entertainments are. What a shameful mirror to the human spirit they project. I'm not mad. I'm not mad about any of this. I'm at peace with it. I am the calm center of gravity. Around
peace
which
and calm is not really the thing you're expressing right now.
For reasonable and collected discourse. They're the ones who are mad. They're the ones who couldn't stand the idea of me using my game to try to say something. Maybe they were just jealous of me. Yes, of course.
Yeah, it's always their fault.
Jealous of me this whole time. They are mired in fear and insecurity and cannot help but attempt to tear me down. What a sad state of affairs. When you read these reviews now, you can see it. You can taste the bitter resentment.
Remember when the narrator said that he wants someone to listen? But I feel like he's not even talking to me now. He's just really doing a monologue.
So long, neutered and sterilized, at last I am free to truly think. To feel. It must be that they were so discontent with themselves they couldn't help but leave a negative review on Steam. Perhaps it says far more about them than it ever said about me.
Sure.
Perhaps the state of their psychological being was in such tatters, and my constitution and willpower are so ironclad in comparison. Perhaps it was this state that they sought some outlet through which to tear me down. This, you can see, is clearly why they felt the need to expect that the game be funny, that it be filled with yucks and whimsical humor, that it amuse them endlessly from start to finish. But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us.
So I guess he's just saying the same thing again and again anymore.
Leave a pathetic little thumbs
So I guess I
down
will
review
just skip
and
you.
make
Thank
all
you.
of their pitiful demands.
But I want to know how many times I skip now. Hey, this one isn't working anymore. I don't know when this happens. There was some water drop. Okay. Yes. Okay. But else is nothing else. Where did water come from? Here? Here? Yeah, somewhere here. I don't have a flashlight, so I can't open it. But I feel like there's nothing else, so let me just click on the button again. This famous skip button that Cookie9 would love to have.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end,
is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, and this will go forever, I guess.
The end is never the end, 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 is never.
Ah, this is too annoying for me. Thanks, bye. I could press a button, but let me walk around. Oh, now the water is actually going through a lot. I mean, I can't really see it because it's too dark. But yeah, the water is coming through the pipes, I think. Yes, it's because of the pipes. Okay. Because last time I couldn't see it because it was just 1 drops at a time, but now it's really raining almost. Okay. I feel like we're almost at the end because I mean you can't stretch this out forever, right? Like this skipping button forever and ever. So yeah, let me click on it. Okay. Narrator. I was still here. I mean the floor broke down. I guess this is because of the water damage. Like, I mean, you could just give me a door, then I can leave, we can play the game again. Mr. Narrator, are you still here? Can you hear me? I would like to have a door, please. I mean, are you still looking for the door? Will you come back eventually? Or do I have to crash through the wall, as you said? I mean, I will just click on the skip button, okay? If you don't mind. Okay. Okay, now at least we get some sunlight. Yeah, so I guess everything is fine. Can someone let me out then? At least we get some light, which is good for my sanity, I would say. So let me stand here and enjoy the light. But I feel like the narrator is gone and there's nothing much I can do right now to continue skipping the time until something happens. Someone will save me, maybe a new civilization occupied by aliens, I don't know. Wow, now everything is regrown. So the nature is taking back of this place, so to say. And there's a reel of cheese. No, that's not the cheese, but this is some copper. Okay, I can see some trees, and here's also some other plants. So I guess, yeah, the nature is taking back this place. So this is abandoned for a very long time, and the last time I hear the narrator is he saying forever the end is never the end is never the end. And yeah, I think the only thing we can do, I feel like we're almost at the end, because the narrator is not here anymore and you can't bring more stuff here in this room somehow. So yeah, let me skip and see what will happen next. Now it's getting wait, all the trees are gone. Okay. How much time did I skip? Okay, so I probably skipped longer than I expected. Like, is this the end of the world? Is it over? No door, no room for me to escape. So I guess that's everything we can do then. Still nothing. What's that? I can hear some strange sound from outside. Is this the end? Is this the end of this world? Okay, this is kind of creepy. I don't want to know what happens next if I press this button, but I think I have to, so let's see. Also, this button is making some sizzling noises. Here goes nothing. Okay, wow, now I can leave the room, seems like. But do I really want to do this? Is this my destination? What I will see outside? There's only one way to find out. Wait, what? So the only thing left is this room. And I have no idea where to go. Let me just walk to the sun, because it's the only orientation I have. So I guess this is Stanley Parable. Everything. This is the end of humanity, the end of time. Everything goes back to nature, back and forth, and now it's just a desert. With no change of recovery. The end is never the end. Okay, and I think this was one of the endings. I have no idea how many endings there are in this game, but this was definitely something. Something I didn't expect to be the new content, so to say. It's a skip button. If you think about it, a skip button is just a simple concept. Like just skip the text of the narrator, but it makes the whole story about it, which is why this game is so brilliant. And I don't know what to expect for the next time, because I think this should be a good time to stop for this session. And then next time I will do the confusing ending, I guess. With that said, I hope you guys like this Let's Play, because as I said, you discovered every time you start a new session, you discover something new, and this is exactly the case. So yeah, I would say again, thank you for watching my Let's Play. I hope you like it, and see you in the next session when I probably do the confusion ending. Who knows? But that's the plan for now. So hope you're looking forward to it, and see you next time. Bye.